السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته، يعطيكم العافية. راح نكمل في تقريبا الفترة الأخيرة لهذا المنتدى، إن شاء الله يكون منتدى مفيد وفعال وظريف. أيضا وصلنا إلى عندنا اليوم طبعا كان محاضرتين. راح نبتدي بالأولى، الأستاذ راح يكون عزت أبو عمارة، راح يكلمنا عن نهوض بالحكومة الرقمية في الكويت وتحويل الخدمات العامة من خلال الابتكار والتكنولوجيا. الأستاذ عزت أبو عمارة الرئيس التنفيذي ونائب رئيس مجلس الإدارة إمبلس انترناشنال للاتصالات، فليتفضل مشكورا إلى الستيج.
Okay, to start off, just by virtue of background, Impulse is a company that is part of the Entech Group. We're capitalized at 15 million KD. You're trying to tell me something, Doctor. شركة رأس مالها 15 مليون دينار، مملوكة بالكامل الشركة الوطنية لمشاريع التكنولوجيا اللي بدورها مملوكة بالهيئة العامة للاستثمار. الشركة كإمبلس احنا الفيجن مالنا ان to be the gateway حق ICT technology and knowledge transfer into the region. والميشن is to transfer these technologies into the region ونساهم في تطوير والحفاظ على كويت's economy. طبعا التيم يمكن بعض التيم كان متواجد خلال آخر يومين 3 أيام وياكم بالمنتدى. We have الحمد لله a team of Kuwaitis that are fully operating كل services that we offer. We have multiple projects اللي تم تقديمها من الجهات الحكومية. اوكي، منو بعد عنده كنترول غيري هنا؟ اوكي، اعطيك كنترول خلاص. اوكي، الفوكس ارياز اللي عندنا هي we focus on 6 areas. Cloud transformation of course is one of the main pillars that we have. Security in general, data security and other sorts of security. AI and automation is a main focus area for us. Communication and network infrastructure, this was the start of Impulse. يعني كالأساس we were focused on network and infrastructure وعندنا a portfolio of investments in this field. Business process outsourcing, general BPO, contact center, call center, support services, and finally fintech. Fintech is one of the areas that are now, as we know, يعني there's a lot of breakthrough happening سواء بالregulation, Central Bank of Kuwait, and other entities. بتكلم شوي اليوم عن AI. I'm sure you've heard a lot about AI, but if we look at where we are today and what the future is going, and راح أحاول أربط بين الترند هذا and what we're doing as a partner for Google Cloud here in Kuwait. So if you look at the left side, it talks about the countries and where they rank in terms of deployed AI. So countries that have already deployed and started to use AI. You can see that China and India are actually the leading countries in this area in terms of deployed AI. And if you look to the right about who's exploring AI, the countries, you see that overall the average or the mean is significantly higher. This means that this is no longer something that is nice to talk about or something that we want to explore, but this is something that will soon become readily available in our daily lives. It will impact the way we do business, the way we interact with each other, and our expectations, even as citizens from the government and the government services. If you look at the amount of investments حق اللي الشركات الاستثمارية or people who are deploying and investing their capital, there's around 29 billion has been deployed in 23 for AI in businesses. 72% of organizations plan to boost their investment in AI. So this is now a growing percentage. So it is actually a growing market. And then 30% of the total budget is dedicated to AI by AI mature firms. What does that mean? صار في initial investment. Some of these companies are classified as mature companies in AI. and they have dedicated 30% of their entire budget to continue deploying AI. So this means that as you become more mature, you actually start allocating more of your budgets. Definitely there is a link between that and productivity and outcome. ناخذ some examples on Gen AI and the benefits. We didn't translate this slide into خلينا نقول KD value or dollar value, but this is just a percentage in general. So if you look at customer service and contact center, around 20 to 35% time reduction for manual processes and manual responses as a result of introducing Gen AI. Sales and marketing, اليوم كلنا we prepare presentations. This is one presentation as an example where we can benefit Gen AI, but you have 30 to 50% reduction in time to prepare the content. Think of this. Today, if it takes me 3 to 4 hours to prepare a presentation, I can now prepare it in 2 hours. So this is a significant breakthrough in terms of content and content creation. Sorry? Okay. If we look at software development, okay, so 15%, there's almost a 15% reduction in analyzing coding-related activities. This is the start, and this is going to continue to increase as we go forward. So this means that developers today are spending less time coding because with the help of AI, in a real-time manner, they're getting feedback about how they're coding and how they're developing their codes. If we look at back office, this is where a lot of, I would say, the highest percentage that we can benefit even in Kuwait. In terms of task automation and document comparison, there's around 20 to 50% reduction in time. اليوم احنا عندنا يعني كجهات إجراءات تعاقدية وتعاقد, we spend a lot of time comparing our upcoming contracts or previous contracts, what clauses are similar, what clauses have changed, how have they developed. We can do all of that in a much more accurate manner and with considerable time saving. So these are some of the benefits that we have. Let's look at AI in cybersecurity. So today we talk about cybersecurity. It's very important. We need this, our data, privacy, penetration, all this stuff. But here's how organizations are looking at this. So today, 22% of organizations have most of their cybersecurity budget dedicated to AI-powered solutions. So 1/5 of the budgets today related to cybersecurity are focused on AI-powered tools. And this, over the next few years, is going to move from 22 to 64%. So we need to step back and think of what this means, in addition to tripling in size. The budgets available on cybersecurity for AI product tools is tripling in the next couple of years. If we look at the cybersecurity market in general, and this is not directly related to AI, but this also shows that the market is growing at a significant rate. So you have around a 5x factor in market growth and a 3x factor in terms of AI budgets. Healthcare, تكلمت يمكن أول يوم شوي عن الhealthcare or where we're going with the Ministry of Health and what we can do. Today, globally, 1 out of 5 healthcare organizations have started to adopt AI in their day-to-day business. And the AI market in healthcare is around 20 billion. In 23, last year was around 20 billion. And 24.5% of the market was dominated by robot-assisted surgery. And this is going to move, and this is growing. 90% of hospitals will use AI for diagnosis and remote monitoring by 25. فاليوم أنا كدولة إذا ناخذ وزارة الصحة ودولة الكويت, if I can push people away from visits by having this remote assistant, by having AI, by having this, then I'm actually saving on CapEx requirements, I'm saving on facility requirements, I need less beds, I need less hospitals, I need less staff, and I can have a healthier population over a period of time. So with AI, I'm able to do not only diagnosis and prognosis, but preventive treatment and analysis. We look at radiology. اليوم, I believe, most of us have either done a CT scan or an MRI recently, and we're sitting there dependent purely on the eyes of a radiologist who's looking and analyzing this. Now, if you come towards the end of the day after an 8-hour shift, there could be fatigue. There could be other factors that will affect the interpretation of these images. With AI, this is done and cross-referenced against millions of similar scans, and the chance of error is almost non-existent. And you can also track and predict. So it's here to disrupt in healthcare, and we should really try to benefit from this. In terms of investments, يعني كشركة عندنا 5 local companies بالregion, Future Tech, Invita, and Virgin Mobile, some of our investments بالكويت. Tabi and Tamara, we are part of as BNPL, Buy Now, Pay Later. They are regional fintech companies. Internationally, we have a portfolio that is varying from robotics to payments to broadcasting and also related to central F&B kitchen management tools, which is sorted. In terms of project development, here are some of our partners that we have. Mainly now, as you know, we are a partner for Google Cloud بالاتفاقية الإطارية اللي تم توقيعها بين دولة الكويت وشركة Google Cloud. So we help provide some of these solutions across all the entities. We're happy to say we have more than 30 success stories to present in Kuwait over the last few years, 27 happy clients, and more than 30 business partners. Here are some of the projects that we have implemented in the past. So just a random selection. We have Citra, we've done work with KIA, KNPC. We had a big automation project with Public Authority for Manpower. اللي كانت خدمة أسهل. مجلس الأمة, we had the voice to text and HR system, and previously with the Ministry of Information, we had the live streaming solution for them. Here's what we are doing with Google Cloud and this entire agreement. So we have public sector entities and state-owned enterprises. اليوم اتفاقية تشمل 117 جهة مقسمة إلى 97 جهة حكومية و17 شركة مملوكة بالكامل للدولة. هذه الجهات يعني يمكنها الاستفادة من الاتفاقية عن طريق الإكزيكتيف كوميتي والستيرنج كوميتي تحت مظلة الجهاز المركزي لتكنولوجيا المعلومات كيت، ومن ثم يتم التواصل مع إمبلس والعمل على إعداد السولوشنز تكنيكال وفاينانشال بروبوزلز المطلوبة للاستفادة من الكلاود مايجريشن. and then we work with Google Cloud. وعندنا أيضا الماركت بليس Google Marketplace which allows الجهات إنها تستفيد من الفندرز ISVs. Some of the partners that we show you are available on the Google Marketplace. This allows you to also benefit from the solutions that they have on the marketplace. As an approved distributor, today our role is across 3 areas. So GCP, which is a Google Cloud platform. So this is the main cloud consumption that happens from Google solution. We also are a distributor for Google Workspace, which is we all know, we've all used Gmail, Drive, Gemini, Maps, Calendars. So this is the collaboration tool for Google Workspace, which is covered under this agreement. And finally, PSO, Professional Services Organizations, اللي هي الجهة المختصة بالعقود الاستشارية من Google Cloud. We're also a service partner. So on the distributor side, we're a sell partner, but we're also a service partner. And as a service partner, we help entities migrate to GCP from on-prem to the cloud. We also look at alternative solutions, SAP as a partner, Oracle, VMware. There's multiple migration strategies around moving existing workloads from on-prem to the cloud. So we help entities work with that. Cloud security, of course, is a very big theme for us in terms of to ensure that we don't end up losing any of our data. FinOps and Cloud AI is a strategy that we also allow. So we will have transparent and live monitoring and viewing and optimization of your cloud resources and your cloud activation on the resources, and whether it's different models, if it's a fixed consumption, if it's pay as you go. So we work with the entities to also optimize that. And finally, Gen AI as a part of what I've been talking about earlier. Some projects have been implemented already through this agreement. So كان عندنا digital foundations اللي هي initial consultation to help us understand where we are as a country, what's the cloud readiness. There was كان في involvement مع عدة جهات لمعرفة مدى استعداد هذه الجهات للتحول إلى Google Cloud. So we did that. Some of you know we have Cyber Shield, which is the government SOC, and this is the onboarding part. هذا عقد تم توقيعه قبل سنة تقريبا. We are also working on incident response and managed defense services by Mandiant. So if there's any incidents that happen to any local entities, we are working with them. These are the signed projects. عندنا مشروع قادم يعني إن شاء الله راح يعني نعلنه في الأيام المقبلة، وهو المشروع عبارة عن ربط منصة تبادل بيانات. اليوم احنا we all use سهل for example to perform certain tasks or consume certain services. But if you think of it, what's happening is as a user, I need to know the steps that are required to achieve a service that includes more than one ministry. إذا أنا عندي تكلمنا يمكن باليوم الأول عندي تجديد إقامة عمل منزلي مثلا. هذا الإجراء يتطلب فيها 3 جهات، فيها وزارة الداخلية، فيها باسي، فيها وزارة الصحة. فالمطلوب مني إن أنا أدخل I initiate the request مع وزارة الداخلية، وبعدين لازم أروح بورتال وزارة الصحة عشان أطلع تأمين صحي، أدفع المبلغ on one KNet transaction or one payment، أرد أسوي نفس الشيء بتجديد الإقامة I pay another amount، بعدين أنتقل حق المعلومات المدنية على أساس أجدد البطاقة المدنية. So I ended up having to do 3 transactions and 3 different payments. What we're trying to do in this new project is to combine them all into one step. But as a user, I don't need to know who's providing the service. أنا أدري إن أنا بروح أجدد إقامة العمل المنزلي، وهو راح يقول لي شنو process is going to be done in the background, and will give me one payment interface. In this case, for example, it's 17 KD عندنا 5 KD صحة، 10 KD داخلية، ودينارين المعلومات المدنية. أنا أدفع 17 دينار والsystem in the back end distributes this amount to the 3 entities. So this simplifies the way we interact and consume services from the government. This is one example or one use case. There are many use cases. Sometimes we have multiple entries. إذا أنا بسوي شيء بالعقار عندي التجارة، الداخلية، العدل. So all of these services are now going to be consumed in a more efficient manner. And this is really part of the digital transformation journey that we talk about. And it's important for us to distinguish between digital transformation and digitizing services. And when you talk about transformation, we're talking about the overall interaction of how we do business. أطلقنا قبل أسبوع أو أسبوعين، يمكن أسبوعين، ordering portal, K-Cloud ordering portal. So this is the portal that will allow entities to submit their requests. اللي عنده project, اللي عنده فكرة كجهة عندها احتياج to consume from Google Cloud, you will have your own identity, your own login information to go in and request these services. We had some live demos over the last 2 days at our booth, but this is also going to be launched officially. So any entity, you can go in, you can request the service. If it's you have a migration, if it's a cloud native request, whatever solution you need, platform, SaaS, IaaS, any can from covered under Google Cloud, you go, you log in this request, and then it goes through the process. تروح حق executive committee و steering committee, معالي الوزير كلجنة, you will be able to track the entire flow of this. So we are even including الإخوان في إدارة الفتوى والتشريع, الجهاز المركزي للمناقصات العامة وديوان المحاسبة. So we have now an entire workflow from when you initiate your request for migration or for a service from Google Cloud all the way up to final approval and contracting. So this will also give visibility. الفكرة أن we want to introduce SLAs to ensure أن احنا ما قاعد نأخر طلب الجهات اللي قاعد تيجي, وأن كل واحد مسؤول عن إنجاز المهام المطلوبة منه في الوقت المحدد.